Hello. Hello, Kelly. Thanks for coming. Well, welcome back to my channel. I'm Teacher Casey. I hope you can hear me and see me okay. I have a little bit of a different setup today. So thanks for coming and please let me know. I did decide on sort of a teacher chat today because, well, yesterday I had a travel day and some of my friends couldn't make it today, and I thought, you know what? Maybe we'll just do a chat and see how everybody's doing. Um, yeah, so please let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Looks like I've got excellent connection and things look okay. So, like I said, welcome or welcome back. I am Teacher Casey. We try to come live here every Saturday at least. Um, but most recently, we've had teachers reading stories for World Read Aloud Day. And I am so proud and so thankful for my friends. Um, let's see a little bit of stats on what went on for World Read Aloud Day. So I was hoping to get new publishers' permissions to read a bunch of different books and have more teachers, but things just took longer than planned. Blossomers Fun Class, yes. Oh, thank you, thank you. Welcome. I haven't seen you in here before. Super excited to have you. So a little bit about World Read Aloud Day on this channel. It was quite a success. We had lots of people viewing the playlist. Um, it does seem like Pout Pout Fish was definitely more popular than the Rainbow Rangers. We had stories read from teacher Cindy. She is Cindy Bennett here on YouTube if you want to check out our channel. We had teacher Mary come in and read. Teacher, let's see, Rebecca F., who's usually on this channel. Hey, Kathy. Rebecca read, even when she had a sore throat, she still read a story for us. And teacher Kim, I have to say, Kim, let's see, Rebecca, Kim, wow, those Pout Pout Fish ones are still like shooting up there in views. So super fun. Thank you all so much for doing World Read Aloud with me the other day. Let's first get into my first topic, which whether you are a seasoned veteran or just starting out as a teacher, um, this is a place for you. This is a safe space where we chat about things. And I want everyone to know we do have a Facebook group. I try to be active in there, but this whole ADHD thing, I've got my hands in too many things. So the first thing I've started doing is trying to cut back and say no, which those of you that know me know it's really hard for me to do. I try to say no to one thing and I'm already back into it because they needed help and I just can't help it. So I'm really working on it, but I'm trying not to have my hands into so many things and focus on important things and things that I have been really, really wanting to do, like revamp my website. I've learned so many new things on how to do it and to get information out to teachers to help them. So today, I wanted to talk about classroom management. Have we talked about that in a while? After the holidays, I feel like you are starting over at square one. So when I was trying to come up with a little thing to chat about today, I thought, let's talk about classroom management and managing your classroom effectively. So it is a huge challenge for some teachers. Some teachers are more much more better is the only thing coming to mind. But some teachers are really good with classroom management. I think that was a good, strong thing for me. Others are good at time management. Not so good for me. So let's talk about classroom management and get your classroom running like a well-oiled machine. Um, let's start with establishing routines. Consistency is key when it comes to managing a classroom effectively. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you agree you need consistency to keep a classroom and your classroom management going? Setting clear expectations from day one and sticking to them can make a huge difference. Not saying that if you didn't start that way, you can't implement things now and get it running. But clear expectations, routines, it helps them know what to do in the classroom. Some students really need routines and expectations. Students with, special needs, things like ADHD. So just all students really benefit from clear expectations and routines, but it definitely helps more than others. Let's see. Building relationships with your students. When they know that you care for them as individuals, they're more likely to respect your authority. A huge thing I have learned from my mentor teachers in the past, is not giving your power away. Um, so basically, not calling the principal every time, not calling in for help every time, but learning strategies to deal with things in your classroom. Are there times you might have to call? Of course. Yeah. But you don't want to be pulling other people in because they see them as the authority, not you. So for me, I think keep your power. Don't always give it away. I hope that makes sense. um, Positive reinforcement. This worked for me as a kid. I was a talker, shocker. And as some of you may know, I was sent home with smiley faces and sad faces. Until this day, I still don't like frowny faces. If I talk too much, they sent me home with a frowny face. And I learned, and this, I did not learn this my first year teaching. I had to learn it along the way. It was part of my bag of tricks that I learned. Positive reinforcement for some students is huge, huge. For example, I wish I would have my chart here, but I don't have it here. But I made a chart for any student that needed one. So if I found out they liked Legos, I would make a little Lego man, put a Velcro sticker on it, and they would run around the track and earn something. For some students, only positive reinforcement is key. So there are some students I never went backwards on their chart. And usually the only ones that had specific charts were students that needed the positive reinforcement. Let's see. Any questions? Any chatting? Anybody have anything they want to say about this? I'd love to hear it. And if something does happen and you do have to discipline, that sounds like such a strong word, but if you do have to talk to a student, it's important to address the misbehavior swiftly, fairly, and be done with it, right? So we talked about consistency. I have learned to pick my battles. You know, sometimes you're just like, doo-doo, I didn't see that. Or but for the big things, important things, there are some battles you need to choose. So I don't know. How do you guys keep your classrooms running smoothly? Let's put some tips and tricks here. Whether you are watching it live or watching the replay, I would love to know your thoughts. What are some things that you do to help with your classroom management? So it talks about organization. Organization, not quite my thing. I am working on it. I was lucky enough to have lots of parents come in. I loved volunteers in the classroom, and we were allowed to have volunteers in the classroom. And I was like the queen of delegating things that I would like to have help with. And something was like, I would have parents come in who were great at organizing and organize my classroom library. Organizing made things easier for the kids to find, easier for me to find things, and it just makes the flow of the room better, right? Other things they organized in the past years was, well, books again. They leveled all my books for me. I had a parent volunteer. I had several, but one parent would come in, and he or she, well, mostly females for this project. I don't know why, but that's just the way it worked out. She would take the students' book boxes while I was teaching. She would call one student at a time or two, depending on the year. Um, I gave them a list of what level each student was at, and they would choose books based on their level, one above, one below, and on their level, the student would choose from certain bins. So having an organized library and a parent that would come in and help the kids choose their books, it would take about 2 to 3 minutes each child, and they were switched. Every week, the children had about 8 to 10 books in their book boxes so that they would be able to have new books that they can read or that they can look through. Let's see. I use songs and actions and sometimes storytelling. Oh, I love it. Super cute. Um, So don't be afraid to enlist the help of parents or students, and keeping the classroom tidy. Like I said, it makes it a lot easier. Maybe I should do a video on possible parent involvement in the classroom. Let me know if you guys would find that interesting. I have had tons of parents in my classroom. I love it. I love it. I love them being able to see. The only time I don't like parents in the classroom is when I have to sing. I don't know why. Even the morning songs, like when you're singing the months of the year and everything, like, I'm getting embarrassed now just thinking about it. So, yeah, just empowering your students to take ownership of their learning environment so that they can help you tidy things up and keep it organized. So, that's all I have on some classroom management. I'm sure there's so many more tips and tricks we could use or add to that. So, just put them below this video. I would love to hear it. So, another thing I wanted to talk about is February. What are you doing? What are you teaching in February? Um, I should pull up my lesson plans from previous years, but I can think of off the top of my head, I think President's Day, Valentine's Day, Dental Health Month is February. Oh, I think I have my list right here. See, I think I'm not organized, but oftentimes I've done some research and things. So let's see, Valentine's, Groundhog Day was on the 2nd. Did you know School Counseling Week was the 5th through the 9th? Thank you, all school counselors. I have had amazing school counselors in the past that I was able to work with, and just so lucky. They're so important in the school. Chinese New Year and President's Day. So those were February. Did you guys have some fun lesson plans? What are you doing? Um, I've made some Valentines for students or for teachers to print out. That was kind of a fun project because I haven't done stuff like that in a while. So that was neat. When I was in the classroom, I would have every student bring in a box and we would decorate their box like a mailbox. And then when students brought in Valentines, they could just throw them in the boxes. So not everybody brought in Valentines. Most of them seemed to. Um, but it was just cute. They would find their friends' names, or some years I made it so that they would just put one in each without a name. So they would only write who it was from. And I think that worked better than them pulling out one and be like, where's this kid's box? Where's it? Just took so long. And let's face it, you just don't have all that time. So a little Valentine's party. We would always open the boxes at the end of the day and give them time. And most of the time I let them choose one little snack out of there. And then they pack it all up and get on the bus. So that's just the way I had my students do it. So, all right. Yeah, so that was Valentine's. President's Day. I forgot all about this until I was thinking about it this morning. I used to have these cute little I got this from another fellow teacher. Um Probably Miss Henson, because most of my stuff came from her or Jessica. Um, but they were holding, like, you'd have George Washington and his face was over paper, and the kids would have a little writing thing to write, and they would hold it, and we hung them up. Or an Abraham Lincoln, they could choose one or the other. That was always so cute. I need to think of something I can make for my store on that. But that's for another time. All right, so what else? Did I forget anything else? I mean, Dental Health Month wasn't on my list, but it is in February. I read a Dental Health Month book. I would read to them all the time. And we were fortunate. We would have a dentist come in, and a tech, and they would talk to the kids about brushing their teeth, why it's important to floss. I remember one dentist came in and they put on white t-shirts for the kids, and they showed, like, they had a rope and they showed how to floss between the kids and the students. So cute. So cute. So, and the next thing on my list is I wanted to talk a little bit about March, because I feel like talking about February when things have already passed is kind of like too little, too late. But did you know that Easter starts in March this year? I believe it's March. Yeah, not starts. March 31st is Easter. So we have St. Patrick's Day in March, Women's History, Spring starts in March. National Nutrition Month. All right. Grammar Day is the 4th. Didn't know that. And Pi Day, March 14th. 3.14. Let's see. Blossomer's fun class said, yes, we learned emotions in Chinese New Year celebration. We will be learning Valentine's Day next week and hibernation. Oh yeah. I think in January, like the end of January, we did a lot of winter things and polar animals and things like that. Hibernation. Fun. Trying to think. I can remember lots of stories about polar bears and stuff. And I have like I um used to buy a bunch of Kohl's Cares for Kids books, and they all came with a plush. So I have like all these cute little plushes, and I would put them around the room. That was another thing a parent would do for me, or I would just do it. I had so many books and animals that they didn't fit on the top of my cubbies. And then, so we would switch them out every month. So I remember like the beginning of the year stuff, I would always have Clifford because it's just cute and the kids recognize it and things like that. So I forgot about hibernation. Thanks. I'll have to add that to my list too. Um, so yeah, it was just a quick little chat today. I say quick, but it was like, oh, 16 minutes. That's pretty good for me. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments, hopefully next Saturday we'll do another tough questions type thing. Last, what, 2 weeks ago, I think we had 3 questions and we took about 10 minutes per question answering. And I think we all got a lot out of that. And I think the viewers really enjoyed that as well. So let me know your thoughts on that. And thanks, Kelly. And Blossomers Fun Class, do you want to give your name so I know what to call you? And Kathy, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me this morning. I am going to go for my walk. I need to do about an hour walk today. I sat 7 hours in a car yesterday. So I did get all my steps, but I did like little 20-minute walk here, 30-minute walk here, So today I'm hoping to just go out and get about 1 hour of sunshine and a walk. So I think that's all I was going to tell you today. But I'll see you all next weekend. I really appreciate you guys coming, and I hope you're benefiting from my channel and from these lives. And I'll see you all next time. Have an awesome day, everybody. Goodbye. Thank you.